Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, friends. We're here with Miss Melissa Ann for 20 Crazy Questions.
Hello, everybody.
So we'll try to start off easy.
Okay.
Okay.
I got it.
Do you have any guilty pleasure music? If so, what is it?
Guilty pleasure music. Oh, that's a good one. So, gym, I have a lot of songs that I don't usually listen to a lot. It's kind of a mix of a lot of different genres, if I'm being honest. There's a lot of Chapel Roan on there. I love Chapel Roan. There's also Spice Girls on there. I love Spice Girls. There's also Eminem on there. So I think my workout playlist, Miley Cyrus is another one that comes up on there. So definitely my workout playlist features a lot of guilty pleasure songs that I love to work out to.
Oh, beautiful. Who would you love to see in concert?
Right now, I would love, because I know Kelsey Ballerini's tickets just went on sale for her Patterns World Tour. I would love to see that. I know Cody Johnson is also on tour. I would love to see him as well. Um, and then I'm gonna say Chapel Roan again. I don't know why, but Chapel Roan, I just think she's killing it right now, along with Sabrina Carpenter. So I think seeing them in concert as well would be awesome.
Absolutely. Great concert picks. We'll get
Yeah.
tickets and go together.
Right? Can we please? I would love to.
Yeah.
We never get tickets.
Oh, I feel the same way. Finish this line. Today, my favorite song is.
Today, my favorite song is, again, I'm going to Kelsey Ballerini again. Baggage. It's a song off of her newer album, Patterns. The reason behind it is because my boyfriend and I just moved in together not too long ago, and the song is about like clearing out the drawers, clearing out the shelf. I wouldn't want to do it with anybody else. So it's like kind of like moving in together and stuff. And that's kind of the phase that we're going through right now. So that's probably my favorite song right now.
Great song.
Yeah.
One artist or band you'd love to hang out with?
Megan Maroney sounds like a fun time.
Mm.
Megan Maroney, it just seems like she knows how to have fun, like not just on stage, but like also behind the scenes too. So I would probably say her right now. And Lainey Wilson. The three of us
Both great
together.
picks.
Oh my God, three of us together would be awesome. I love that.
Okay, just don't call me if you get arrested. Just kidding.
Hopefully it doesn't come to that. I mean, Lainey and Megan, as far as I know, are pretty chill and they don't go down
Yeah.
that route. So I hope it stays that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Just teasing. Uh, Only because sometimes when we get together, we get to that point where we'll stick up for one another, and it could
Mhm.
happen. That's all. So tell me, if you could tour with anyone, who would you want to tour with?
That's a good question. If I could tour with anybody,
Mhm.
Lainey would be cool. Lainey Wilson. I think it would be awesome to tour for her or like open for her. Um, there's so many artists. Even like a lot of male country artists as well, like Chris Stapleton, I think would be
Mhm.
really cool to tour with. Um, I also think I don't know if you've heard they're also kind of up and coming. Tiger Lily Gold.
Yes.
They seem really cool, and I would love to tour with them also. I'd say probably those three right now, my top three choices.
Perfect. We just put it out in the universe so it could happen.
From your mouth to God's ears, what I
Yes.
like to say.
Now, if you could co-write with anyone, who would you want to co-write with?
These are really good questions. Co-write. Miranda Lambert has actually co-written a lot of songs that like not a lot of people are familiar with. Like I know she's co-written a lot with Morgan Wallen. I believe she's written also for Chris Stapleton, and other artists. So I think that it would be really cool to co-write with her, Miranda Lambert for sure.
Good choice. So
Yeah.
do you have any crazy pre-show rituals like before you go on stage, like things you have to do, you know,
So
like hit a
I
wall?
Yeah, so I wouldn't say it's crazy, but like all of my vocal warm-ups that I usually do them in my car. I don't know why, but like I feel weird doing them in any other place. I always just do my vocal warm-ups in my car, and then like I'll either do it like while I'm driving to the place, or I'll park the car and I'll do my warm-ups there. But for some reason, I only like to do my warm-ups in a car. Don't ask me why. It's just for the past 6 years, it's just vocal warm-ups in a car only, and that's it.
Okay, so I have to make sure that you have a tiny car for when you're on tour with the big artists because they're
I
not gonna
guess
you're
so.
gonna probably be in a bus or whatever. So, tiny
Yeah, I
car
know.
so you can.
I'll have to take my car with me all the time now and just make sure I can do my vocal warm-ups in there and I'll be set.
Oh, okay. So this is a serious question. Apple
Mhm.
or Android?
Apple, 100%. That's
I'm
the
still
easiest
that green text on phone. Sorry.
one. No, I can't. And it's funny too, because my dad and I are Apple, but like my brother, my sister, and my mom are all Android, and we're like, what's wrong with you? The family is divided. All of the green bubbles. We're like, no, thank you. It's Apple, please.
Oh, I will say I'm a camera person, so the camera on the Samsung, the crazy stuff. I mean, you have some great camera apps. I know that too, but yeah, I've just incredible. Like I was
Yeah.
like, okay, really good camera, really good phone. I went with the phone. I was like, well, it's doing close to what
I'm
the camera
better.
does. So if you owned a bar, what would you call it?
Hmm, that's a good question. If I had a bar, what would I call it? I'm just gonna say the first thing that comes to my mind because my one of my nicknames growing up that my grandparents Joseph and Marion used to call me was honeybee because that's what my name means in Greek. It means honeybee. So it'd probably be something along like the lines of like the honeybee bar, or something to that effect. But no one's ever asked me that question before. I think maybe something to that effect would be really cool.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
If you had a lifetime supply of anything, what would it be?
Gummy bears.
Oh,
I'm a big, so really random. So if anybody knows me, they know that my favorite candy is gummy bears. And my motto is Haribo or no go. Like Haribo gummy bears are superior. So if I had a lifetime supply Haribo gummy bears, that would make my entire life. So,
I feel like the sponsorship opportunity is among us. Hello,
right? Can
reach out to Melissa
we
Ann. She will be your
can
best.
we can we make this happen? I've been a huge investor in Haribo gummy bears for my whole life. But yeah, definitely gummy bears for sure.
Tell us something on your bucket list.
On my bucket list, play on the Grand Ole Opry. That's been on my bucket list for pretty much forever since I started singing. The last time I was in Nashville, it's been so long since I've been there, honestly. It's been almost 10 years, which is crazy. I would love to go on the Opry stage and sing one of my original songs or any song, really. It doesn't matter. But even one of my original songs on the Opry stage would be top bucket list right there. Very top.
It'd be awesome. I think you need to write a song for that experience.
Oh my God. I could probably get an inspiration from there, that's for sure.
If you were an animal, what would you be?
I'm a dog person. I love dogs. So if I would have to probably say dog, although I do love cats. My boyfriend actually has two cats then when we moved in together. So I'm starting to become more friendly with cats, but I'm definitely a dog person. So I would probably say dog.
Totally understandable. And you can teach cats to play fetch.
Yeah. Can you?
Mhm. You
Oh,
can. We have a feral that will now carry her string around like a fetch toy, and if you throw it, she'll go play with it for a minute, and she'll come back with it. I'm like, okay, I thought you were
interesting.
like a feral. You're very needy and clingy, and yeah. But we adopted her this year, so
Yeah, we have a brother and sister. I might have to try that with them now.
yeah,
It's
they
not a
like
bad
string. You just like throw it, see if they go play with it, and then they might carry it back. I'm like, oh, she just did it
idea.
naturally.
We'll have to try that. We'll definitely try fetch.
If your life was a reality TV show, what would it be called? Oh my god, I can't speak now.
If my life were really, oh, I can't talk either. If
See,
my life were a reality show, what would
it's
it be?
we need
Um,
afternoon coffee or something. That's what it is.
we need something to wake us up.
Mhm.
Or at least wake me up. If I'm in a reality show, I would just say Life with Melissa. It's boring title, but like a Life with Melissa, just like people can see we're like best of both worlds, or so. Because it's funny. I had one of my students called me Hannah Montana because they're like, you sing and on weekends, but you teach during the day. You're like Hannah Montana. I'm like, okay, I like where this is going. Um,
That's
but
cute.
yeah, so like the best of both worlds, or Life with Melissa, or something like that.
Mhm. I love that. That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, so very controversial question here. Should the toilet paper hang over or under?
I've always been an over person, but I'm not opposed to under either. It doesn't bother me that harshly, but I'm definitely more over. That's for sure.
Okay. So if I called you up and said, and I've asked you this question before, I need to hide a dead body. Do you know a good hiding place?
Good place to hide a dead body. Um, oh gosh. I mean, I'm going to Yellowstone for a second here. You can hear the train station they call Yellowstone.
Oh, yes. We can go
Have
to
you
the
seen
train
that show?
station. I have.
I love Yellowstone. I'm super excited that's coming back, by the way.
Mhm.
But yeah, I take him to the train station. There you
I think we're gonna need to start writing some songs about train stations.
go. As Rip would
Oh.
say.
If you were arrested, what would it be for?
If I were arrested, what would it be for? Probably like trying to jump onto Lainey Wilson's tour bus or something like that.
I just want to go with. I don't
I
care.
look like an
Just
idiot. They always say like never meet your heroes, but like I would love to meet my sheroes, and like I would just probably act like a crazy idiot in front of them, and I'd probably get arrested for that because I just look like a crazy woman lunatic person. So I would probably be arrested for that.
no, we'll try to keep you sane. I promise. And let them know that no, she's just totally
Yeah.
excited. That's it.
Hmm.
Oh,
I make no promises.
I'll bail you out. I promise. Tell me, what is the weirdest thing in your fridge right now?
The weirdest thing in my fridge, this might be controversial, but I don't like pickles.
Mm.
Pickles gross me out. They make me gag. Like, no, I'm not a pickles person. Dave is, my boyfriend is. And he's obsessed with them. He loves them, but I don't, and I think they're gross and disgusting and weird. So that's probably the weirdest thing that I have in the fridge currently. It grosses me out. I know that might make a lot of people mad, but
It's surprising, but what people are like texture, like, there are people that like, I love like fruit, like grilled or like a pie, like heated fruit, some fruits. And there are people
yeah.
that are like, no, it's gross because that texture changes like when it's cooked or whatever. I'm like, I can't do that. I'm like, okay, I don't have any of those weird texture things unless it's like people on clothing, like they bite clothing. I'm like, I just went through me like
uh, yeah.
chalkboard. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
but
weird.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, the weirdest thing's pickles in my fridge right now. Gross.
Tell me something you would never do.
Something I would never do.
Like jump out of a moving train.
I'm gonna talk about songwriting for a second because I think a lot of people are brave to do this. I would never mention a specific person's name in a song, like an ex's name or something. Like I don't think I could ever do that. I thought about it once, but I'm just like, no, it's not gonna end well. And like people like Taylor, it's like super brave for like putting names of people in songs, and I'm like, I can't do that. No, I'll let it remain a mystery. So yeah, I don't think I could ever mention a specific person in a song. No, that might come back and haunt me.
That's pretty cool though. That's kind of nice. Very nice that, you're not purposely, picking them out.
Yeah, I don't want to go down that road.
If you were ruler of the world, who would you want to be your top
Mhm.
advisor?
I were the ruler of the world, who would I want to be my top advisor? That's tough. I feel like there's a lot of people that could probably fit that bill. I mean, this might be cheesy, but I would probably say my mom. Like I don't like she is one of those people who's like right about everything, and it's irritating sometimes. Like she's spot on about everything all of the time. And I don't know how she does it, but she'll say one thing and I'll be like, nah. And then she turns out to be right. And I'm like, of course she is. Um, yeah, she's one of those people that seems to be right about everything. So I would probably say her right now. Definitely.
That's a good choice though.
And I'm sure when she watches this back, she'll appreciate
So,
that answer.
yeah, absolutely.
Like, I told
She's
you.
like,
She's right about
oh,
everything and not scared to admit it either.
oh, that's awesome. So tell me, do you have any words of wisdom that you live by? And if so, what are they?
Words of wisdom. There's a lot that are swirling through my head right now. I'm trying to pick one that kind of like best fits um what I'm going through right now. Um Words of wisdom, I would say it's write about what you know. Because I'm going through like my songwriting phase right now where I'm writing a lot of things that I've been through and things like that. Write about what you know and the rest will come to you. So if you write about something that you have no idea about, then obviously you're going to struggle and have a hard time. But I've been finding, and I try to do that. I've tried to write about things that I don't know anything about. And obviously it was hard for me. But I've been kind of focusing now on writing what I've experienced, writing what I know, writing about my past and writing about hopefully my future. But yeah, I would just probably say write about what you know.
Those are beautiful words of advice,
Yeah, thank you.
especially as a writer. Yeah. I mean, there are times, as you said, like I'm sorry if you hear my dogs barking. I hear them. I don't know if anyone else in the video is, but uh, yeah, just you sit there and you're like, okay, you just have this really great thing that you want to do with this one subject, this one topic, maybe, and you're like, I am stuck. It doesn't matter what you're writing, and you're just like, this is just not. I think sometimes you just need to not force it.
Oh
That
yeah,
means I think, or if it's something that you really like and you really want to write about it, like you have the story in your head and you're like, no, I want to write about this, but I'm just not there yet. Sometimes, you just might have to put to the side and,
yeah.
you know, but
Mhm.
great advice.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure having you on, and we look forward to having you back very soon with that EP.
Yes, I'm very excited for you guys to hear. Thank you again so much for having me.
It is our pleasure. And friends, thank you for joining us for 20 Crazy Questions. you haven't checked out the interview, go check the links and check out the full interview with Melissa Ann. We'll see you next time, friends. Bye.
See you guys.
If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.